Hi there, Sandy here. Welcome to another jewelry making video at keepsakecrafts.net. Today I'm going to show you how to use filigree, just about any filigree that you can find, add some colorful beads and turn it into a great gypsy summer pair of earrings. So I saw a pair of earrings on Pinterest that I really liked the color combination of, and they used an antique gold chandelier earring finding. And I was very disappointed to go into my stash and find I had none. No antique gold chandelier earring findings. So then I started taking a closer look at what I did have. I have a lot of filigree pieces, like these bead caps, and I said, well, gee, these all started out life as flat pieces of metal, and then they were shaped into the bead caps. What if I flatten them back out again? So like this one flattens out to this, which wasn't quite what I had in mind for a chandelier finding, but definitely something to keep in mind for in the future. That you can shape these, and it might make an interesting link. That these X shapes or plus shapes, something to play with later on. But that wasn't quite what I had in mind. And then these ones are pretty cute. And I've got a pair of flat nose pliers to just, again, they're bead caps, but they were stamped out flat first and then shaped. And that's really cute, as are these, but they're a little small for what I had in mind. Then I came to these and actually just started flattening these out with my fingers. Now these are kind of welded together, so it doesn't go completely flat without snipping some things. But I thought that was really cute. What a different look you get just flattening it out from the bead cone shape. And in fact, here's an earring I made using that as my finding. I basically turned it into a chandelier earring finding. However, then I found these in my stash. They were in a completely different place because they were sold as chain. These were linked together with other pieces of filigree. I don't know why I had them in with chain, because they're obviously not chain. So I'm going to use these filigree pieces today. Just because you don't have the exact same thing or the exact thing you have in mind doesn't mean you have to run out to the store or place an order online. Take a look at your stash and see what you've got that you can modify slightly. The next thing I did after choosing my filigree piece was I selected my colors. Like I said, I was inspired by a photo of a pair of earrings I saw. Now, I usually don't go for the blue, yellow, red combination, but what I really loved about this one was that it wasn't blue but turquoise, and there was also some orange and metallic thrown in, and something about that combination just screamed summer to me. So what I have here is a bunch of beads. I've got a few different of each color. So I've got a few different shades of turquoise. I've got a couple shades of red and orange. I've got different sizes and shapes, but they're all somewhere around 4 millimeters. Got cubes and crystals and nuggets. And then there's some round antique gold beads, some little pumpkin-shaped ones, and then even some little daisy spacers. And so I'm just going to make, let's call it the Gypsy Summer Boho mix. Whatever. Just really bright, cheerful, happy colors. To tie it all together, I thought I would put the same bead at the bottom of each. And I chose these little squares, which when you wire them up, they're diamonds. And I thought they would look really cute dangling at the bottom. So what you'll need are some head pins. And for each dangle, you just want to string, I did 1 inch of beads, but you can do however long you want them. That does make a fairly long dangly pair of earrings. You could do just a 1/2 inch of beads. But I did 1 inch of beads on each of my head pins. And I just tried to let it be random and picked up the next bead that came my way. I just love the look of that. It's so bright and cheerful. Okay, I'll take off that last one. So you have eye pins with a loop on one end. That's what you start with, and then you make a loop at the other end. And I love using my one-step looper If you want to learn more about this awesome time-saving tool, I've done a whole Friday Findings video on a review of it and how to use it, but it just makes a perfect loop on the other end for you. So repeat to make however many of these you want. My earrings have 5 dangles each. For the little dangles that go on the end, I have here some ball head pins. And it's funny, you know, when I got these, somebody sent them to me, these little tiny short, like 1-inch ball head pins. I said, what good are those? And then I realized they're perfect for this kind of thing because you're not wasting a lot of the wire. Just sliding one of these onto each of these little ball head pins and making a loop there. And you want to do that for the same amount of times as you have dangles. So once you have all of your dangles and your head pins or eye pins full of beads, then it's time to put them together just by opening the loops and connecting them. So I hope you've been inspired by my videos, and if you found this one helpful, I hope you might consider becoming a patron. Patronage is a way for the people who enjoy a particular art form to support the artist. It's an old concept, and these days it's done through crowdfunding or a website called Patreon, and you can go to my page, patreon.com/SandySowen, to learn more about it. And I do try to do well by my patrons. I try to make sure and give them little extras, templates, bonus videos, behind the scenes, sneak peeks, and such. Just my way of saying thank you, and then you get the satisfaction of knowing that you're helping to keep these tutorials coming for free for everybody. So I just attach the little dangle to one end of the head pin, eye pin, and then I'm going to open this one and attach it to my filigree, where you can see I've already attached all the others. Now it will depend on the style of the filigree you have, just how many dangles you have and what the spacing is. Just make sure that all of your loops are securely closed. And if you're interested in the supplies I use, you should click on the little link that's in the upper right of the video, where I will have product links and supply lists and more information. So you just go ahead and add an ear wire and your earrings are done. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Take a look at my Patreon page for how you can get rewards and help support these tutorials. Happy creating. Bye-bye.